What is going on, dwellers? This is the Fallout Handbook coming at you with a brand new video. How's everyone doing today? In this video, I just wanted to discuss whether or not a Fallout Online would be such a bad thing. That seems to be the most consistent leak or speculation, rather, the most consistent of all of the rumors that we're hearing about Fallout 76, and I really would just like to discuss that today. So for the sake of this video, we're going to stand with the assumption that these rumors are true. I'm really not sure where I stand on it as of this point, but without further ado, let's get started. I think at some point during our time playing Fallout, we've always wanted to kind of have somebody by our side, you know, maybe ask a friend to play it with you, you know, some sort of co-op. And I think that the idea of co-op is a lot more accepted than just a general online sort of MMO. People really seem to be afraid of that idea, and I myself don't really know how to feel about it. But the thing about that is that if it is a co-op game, I would say it's almost 100% certain that co-op is optional. Because here's the thing. For co-op to not be optional, essentially what that means is that 2 copies of the game would have to be sold to be played. You'd have to have somebody else to play it. So it really doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be optional. So I think that we can really look forward to that. If it is an MMO, just like completely online, kind of like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, that seems to be what people are really afraid of. ESO has been kind of a touchy subject when it comes to the community. It wasn't received too well. Even to this day, I hear people just, they really just don't like it too much. I don't think they hate it. I think that they're just not used to the idea of, you know, having kind of just like lots of people around them, you know, doing the same things they're doing. I feel as though if that were to be implemented into a Fallout game, it would kind of be sort of like lore breaking in a sense, just because, you know, this is supposed to be a post-apocalyptic world. There aren't supposed to be that many people. It would kind of hurt the immersion a little bit. And I remember watching the trailers for Fallout 4. I saw Diamond City. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. You know, there's people, it's lively, you know, there's civilization they're rebuilding. I thought it was just the greatest thing, you know, but I think that's kind of to an extent. I don't really want to see tens of thousands of people running around, assuming that's what it's going to be. But, you know, having maybe like a smaller amount of people, maybe like a squad mode kind of thing, you know, being able to invite maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 people to your party, roaming the wasteland. Maybe there can be like big boss monsters that you guys can take out. You know, that really opens the door to more challenging creatures, assuming that they had even, you know, mutated in that 25 years. But yeah, that's kind of the cons that I wanted to discuss. There are a few pros, and I kind of want to say that the pros outweigh the cons. And my biggest one is kind of funny. It's the fact that we didn't have to wait so long for a new Fallout game. You know, it's only been 2.5 years since the release of Fallout 4, and, you know, I think I would rather have an online game now as opposed to having to wait literally like another 5 years to get just a traditional single-player kind of campaign RPG. I'm not sure if I stand alone on that, but you really have to think, you know, these games take a long time to make. This game was not anticipated. Nobody really expected them to come out with a Fallout so soon because it's only been 2.5 years. That's really short in Bethesda time. You know, we've been waiting, geez, it's been like 7 years for an Elder Scrolls, and they haven't even announced one. So I think really we should all just kind of be grateful for it, whether it's going to be online or not. I like to use the analogy that it's kind of like bad pizza. Even if your pizza's kind of bad, it's still pretty good, you know? That's kind of how I feel about Fallout. Like, I don't think a lot of people hated Fallout 4. Like, I personally I really enjoy Fallout 4. You can watch my series. I genuinely enjoy it. But for the people who didn't really like it, it didn't really fit their tastes, it's kind of like a bad Fallout game to them. Well, even a bad Fallout game is still pretty good. You know, that's just how I feel. And so the way I see it, we should just kind of be grateful that they're putting one out there already. But with that being said, a more kind of logical and objective way to see it is this. Just wait for the game to come out, watch some gameplay on it, and if it doesn't suit your tastes, don't get the game. It's not a big deal. It's like the simplest solution in the world. I'm not trying to like hate on anybody or bash on people, because I know, you know, we're all passionate about this stuff, but it doesn't call for such outrage. It doesn't call for this this, oh, I'm so done with the series if they do this, oh, I can't believe this company's doing that, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And I know as gamers we really don't like hearing this, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. You know, it's not real life. Your life doesn't depend on it. You're not gonna die. It's not like anything serious is gonna happen if this game comes out a little worse than you anticipate. So it's just something to think about. I really think that we should all just be grateful that we're getting a game. That's my personal opinion. I'm excited for whatever they have to put out. I really think they're going to do a good job with it. I also feel as though a co-op version would be just so cool. My thoughts on an MMO is kind of iffy. People say that the engine won't be able to handle it, and I could kind of see that just because, like, even with my beefed up PC, it still runs a little iffy, you know. But that's another story. As of right now, I think we should just wait till E3. We should just board the hype train, you know, kick back, crack open a Nuka-Cola, get some snacks out, and just enjoy the ride. Because in the end, we're getting a new Fallout game, and who knows, maybe they'll be announcing something else. So with that being said, I'd like to conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, you'd probably enjoy the channel, and I'd highly recommend you subscribe. Also, check out my previous videos on Fallout 76. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment and like, and as always, dwellers, keep wandering.